There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. In this sphere of automotive diagnostics, all sensibility and capability are relinquished, and a lifetime is traded in the attempt to resolve simple automotive problems through brain fog and the consumption of bourbon. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of loss of mind. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the headbang zone.
Hello, driving intelligence community. Well, I created myself an electrical problem when I was disconnecting this rearview mirror that has Android in it that gives me GPS and rear camera. Somehow it is messed up my HVAC and also my little center here where I have USB charging and the voltage. You can see it's not showing any indication even though I've got the key on, so I'm going to go through and figure out what the problem is step by step. First thing I'm going to pull out is the owner's manual. I want to check the fuse. Always check fuses first. Well, I'll check the connection first actually to make sure the connection was still good at the fuse. Fuses are on page 207, 208.
Wasted time.
Since I know my electrical issue started immediately following disconnecting the electrical to this rear view mirror, and that electrical was pulled out around a fuse box, just gotta pull this wire out of this right here. That should have taken care of it. I'm assuming I disconnected something behind the dash here. I pulled my 2002 F-150 wiring diagram and I found the blower motor, which is not working anymore. And I looked at the electrical connections. Here's the relay. This is the switched element of it. And when I look at this figure here, C270B, we'll go back to the location. C270B, under dash panel near steering column. That's exactly where I was pulling wires, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to pull everything out now to get to that location, see if I can figure out what I disconnected.
And even more wasted time.
Pulled the seat out for easier viewing and work because I'm also going to be pulling out this console for some work on the console during this project. Now I can pull this lower panel out to get a better look at all the connectors underneath here. Had to start off with this upper trim piece that pulls straight out. And now I'm going to unbolt all these bolts on the bottom that pulls this whole panel off. You'll have to disconnect your hood and brake. Just the bolt that holds it in place. It'll dangle, which is okay. And then you can pull the panel off. I need to point out two more bolts that are at the bottom here. This metal piece is part of this trim piece, so you're going to have to take these two bolts off to drop the whole thing. Now that lower trim is off, I have full access to all the electrical connectors, the fuse panel, and I can do some diagnostics on why my blower is not working. I hope it's as simple as this wire that I indicated earlier. It looks like it's white and violet. So I'm going to look for this under the dash and see if I've got this pin or something disconnected.
Better lay off that bourbon. You've wasted a lot of time on this repair.
Okay, so I feel like a bonehead. I had the fuse location in the wrong place. I could have swore it was in 12. It actually belongs in slot 24. That was so stupid, I should be slapped. And there actually is no use for that 12. It doesn't work, there's no power there whatsoever. But now I've got my blower working. The problem is my electrical connection that goes over to my USB power is still not working. There's something wrong here, and it might be this connector. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not getting any voltage out of here to ground, so I'm going to check that out now. Well, this seems to be the video of my mistakes. Not only did I have this fuse block in the wrong place, I had it up here in an unused area, but I didn't have the secondary fuse in, and I was trying to figure out why don't I have voltage going through this wiring. Two mistakes. I should really be slapped now. And so once I looked at it and realized I didn't have a fuse in there, both the issues that started this whole process are caused by me being, I guess, a little negligent, not paying attention. But I do have it fixed now. It wasn't anything serious. Okay, ready? Second one. That was perfect.
Baby.
I gotta tell you.